Xbox just announced its upcoming showcase on June 9th. That really looks to set the tone for the rest of this year. And judging by this latest batch of rumors, we might just be in store for some heavy hitters. But let's get into all of that up next. What's going on, guys? It's Kalo, and I'm here to give you the lowdown on all things gaming. And if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content. Drop a like on the video, and welcome to the Level Up. Earlier this week, Xbox confirmed all of the rumors that they will indeed be holding this massive showcase in June. And it looks like we got some pretty good news in regards to the lineup of games that will pad out the rest of this year. I also want to be clear. Any and all the things we've discussed this far about the showcase is just pointing towards this idea that it will be big. There is nothing concrete here when it comes to these rumors, so especially when it comes to these showcases, just kind of subvert expectations. And I gotta admit, most of the time I've fallen into this pit trap myself. I get my expectations super high, only for them to be let down, and that's just a tad. So, just set the bar low here and leave room for happiness later. So, what's happening here today is Tom Warren from The Verge apparently leaked out this lineup of games from Xbox coming out in 2024. And again, this is all alleged. As it stands right now by these rumors, Xbox has 5 major games coming out in a span of 4 months, which again sounds insane. This all starts in the month of September, where this is technically a DLC, but I'll just kind of lump this in. But Starfield is looking to launch the long-awaited Shattered Space DLC. Now in October, things start to heat up here, because the next Call of Duty, which is slated to be Black Ops Gulf War, is set to come out. What's interesting about this specific release is this will be the first major Call of Duty launch under the Xbox umbrella. And as we all know, that means there is potential here for them to release the game day and date on Game Pass, which would be a massive win for them, but again, this is all yet to be confirmed. We're gonna get a lot of answers at that showcase. After Call of Duty, it looks like Avowed and Microsoft Flight Simulator is set on the docket. And I gotta admit, I could really care less about Flight Simulator, just because I really don't find it that all entertaining, but hey, someone out there must like it. But Avowed, on the other hand, is a game that has risen to the top of my most anticipated games for this year. Mainly because this game is coming from one of my favorite developers, being Obsidian, of course Bethesda, and this looks like Skyrim reskinned, so this all checks the box for me. So if this game plays just half as good as Skyrim did, I will for sure be playing this game for many years to come. And now we've come to the month of December, where Xbox looks to close out the year in such a big way with this big time exclusive being Indiana Jones. This would be one hell of a way to close out the year for them. And I also want to say at least most of these dates, in my opinion, are all subject to change. Again, that's all accredited to modern game development, which we all know how that turns out. Now, I also want to bring up the fact that outside of these games, Xbox does have other smaller titles and add-ons coming out, like Towerborn and that Diablo 4 expansion. So if, and that's the big word here, if Xbox is able to stick to this whole release schedule for their games, the holiday season will be a big one for Xbox. And this will see a huge influx of players coming to the platform in search of really fun games. But the fun doesn't stop there, because Tom Warren also gave this here nugget, and this is all in regards to a few surprises baked into that upcoming showcase. You know, because as if what we just talked about wasn't enough. Quote, Microsoft is supposed to have a lot of games to show this year, more than the 2023 showcase. We should expect to hear how the 2025 lineup is looking, with some launch dates for some anticipated Xbox games. I mean, damn, what a time to be an Xbox fan, or just a gaming fan in general. Now, in regards to that quote we just talked about, I think this opens the door for deep dives into Fable, State of Decay 3, and Perfect Dark. I think at the very least, those are the 3 candidates we get more looks into, potentially gameplay trailers, especially for Fable. And let's not forget Gear 6. Honestly, this all seems like too much, maybe, and that's just kind of weird to say. I mean, come on, how many of those big titles can they fit into one showcase? I don't know, that just feels like they're gonna take away from each other, but again, I'm just gonna let Phil Spencer cook. But with all that being said, I'm gonna pass it off to you guys. Out of all the games we talked about today, what are the ones you're looking forward to? You guys know me. Avowed, Indiana Jones, and of course Fable are my 3 games I need right now. But that about does it here. I've been Kalo, I gave you the lowdown on all things gaming, and if you're new here, feel free to subscribe to this channel for weekly video game news content, drop a like on the video, and this has been the Level Up.